Hello my friends, it's Trish from Dish Kitty Studio, and I'm back with just another quick flip through of my daily journal. I left off here last time, and I'll go through the rest of this book and then I'll show you what I've started in my next book as well. Here's just a little drawing of my husband and I. We went to a movie and it was a movie party, so we got some props. I stuck the little flowers in here with a brad and drew a little picture of us with my shimmer paint with the crowns here. This is a picture of my husband's underwear because it says draw drama. We had some drama with underwear. He usually does all the laundry. I don't do any laundry most of the time, but I did it because he was working some extra hours this particular week. So I washed all the whites and I changed things up. We had more whites than usual, so I took a bunch of his underwear out of the load, and so this particular morning he woke up and he was out of clean underwear, and so he was freaking out and he was like, oh my gosh, where's my underwear? I can't believe you didn't do the, because he usually does the laundry. So anyway, it was kind of a scandal, so I drew a little picture of his underwear. This is a skunk because we had a skunk in our yard again. Seems to be a recurring thing this time of year. This is a picture of me with some clouds, blowing out clouds, because I do vape. So I went to a good friend of mine, very old, dear friend, just opened up a retail shop selling e-cigs and juice and all that kind of stuff. So I went over and checked out his place and got some new juice and just got to visit with him, and it was really fun. So I just drew a little picture here. My husband and I went to see Clash of the Titans at the Alamo, which is a local theater. It was really, really cool. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. So I drew a little picture of Medusa here. And then that evening we were trying to catch up on the Sharknado movies. So I drew a little shark here because the newest one, Sharknado 4, was coming out that week. So we wanted to kind of like catch up and recap, make sure we were, totally up to speed on the Sharknadoes. So that's the end of this book. It was a great book. I'll miss it. I loved it. It was a great book. I had a lot of fun with this one. So that's where I'm at there. And let me show you my next book. I have showed you before, this is the book I was going to choose. I already added some little ribbon here on the what do you call it? The coil. Okay. So first page I added a couple of stickers here, no big deal. Nothing major yet. I'll probably fill that up as time goes on. As always, I start every new book with a self-portrait. So here's a little self-portrait I drew in watercolor. I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. I think it turned out really nice. I'm pleased with it. So, all right, let's get into this book here. Alright, I think I'm going to have to do one page at a time because it's quite a bit bigger than my last one. My husband and I went to the Alamo again. We saw Pillow Talk with Doris Day and Rock Hudson. Again, one of my favorite movies. I love Doris Day anyway. She's incredible. She always looks flawless. But anyway, I just drew a pillow and I talked about the movie. It was really fun. I drew a couple pictures here. I bought a couple of dresses, so I just drew a little picture of them. Nothing major there. Here, finally got to see Sharknado 4. Gosh, what am I drawing here? I don't even remember. I'm trying to figure out what this is. Oh, it's because if you haven't seen Sharknado 4, I don't want to ruin it for you if you're into that kind of thing, but there were all different kinds of NATOs: lightning NATOs, boulder NATOs, Sharknadoes, oil NATOs, fire NATOs. It was really, honestly, really bad. I enjoyed all the other Sharknadoes, but this one was pretty tough to watch. Okay, my husband and I went to the Barn Theater. We saw the Rocky Horror Show live. So this is my little drawing of Frankenfurter. And this is just, you reserve your table in the bar for after the show, so it's got our name, our table number, and the drinks that we ordered. So it was a great show. We had a blast. So much fun. What else we got here? Okay. I went to, first of all, I do post-crossing. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that. It's really, really great. If you like postcards or you're interested in cultures of other countries and things like that, look it up, postcrossing.com. It's really fun. But I got a couple of postcards in the mail that day, so I drew a little picture, one from the Netherlands and one from Austria. So I drew a little picture of the postcards here. That evening, my husband and I went out to a local brewery and saw one of my favorite local artists, Delilah DeWild and the Lost Boys. They're kind of rockabilly swing type of music, and Delilah DeWild plays this really cool upright bass. Great band. We had a good time. So I drew a little picture of her with her bass. And the opening act was this band called the Jet Beats, which was kind of like a sort of 1960s rock pop throwback, similar to like the Beatles type of music. They were great, and I got a sticker from them, so I stuck that in there. Again, since I vape, a friend of mine just opened up his retail shop, and I went back out there this day, and I got a new device for vaping, and it's pink. It's really cute, so I drew a picture of it here. Oh, this was a Sunday, and you know, my very sweet husband brought me a cup of coffee before I even got out of bed, which is amazing. But I apparently was flinging myself around when I was trying to actually get up, and I spilled the coffee all over everything. Like, my entire night table was, everything on it was covered in coffee. So I drew a little picture of the cup with coffee everywhere. What a mess. Okay. I wasn't feeling very good that day, so I drew myself with this little and also my husband and I have been watching Hell's Kitchen, so I kind of like watercolored the little logo here, but I wasn't feeling too good, so we just kind of hung out at home and watched Hell's Kitchen that day. This book is hard to video because I have to keep flipping it around. Nothing major here. I made BLTs for dinner, and I did grocery shopping, so I just drew a little tomato. I went out shopping to Office Depot, Office Max. I don't even know which one. They're interchangeable to me. Because it's back to school time, which is like back to school is my very favorite shopping time of year because I have such a problem with paper and pens and art supplies and the whole nine. But I'm sure you guys have seen my unicorn pencil bag that I've had for quite a while, and I love it. It's so great. But I found a leopard pencil case, which I also love, so now I use both. I have different things in each one. So I drew a little picture of that, and I also bought a new pack of highlighters. I love highlighters for art journaling and for my daily journal. So I just kind of doodled some stuff here with my new highlighters. Okay, what else? Oh, I drew like my hand doing the thumbs down because, gosh, I woke up and my hands, I've been having like really a lot of aching in my hands, especially when I wake up in the morning, and then it gets a little better as the day goes on. Pretty sure it's arthritis, so I am definitely like, I'm getting old. It's happening before my very eyes. So I just kind of drew a little picture of myself like, meh. I did find that the heating pad helps a lot, or even just like running them under really warm water seems to help. Heat seems to make it better. This was the day that I recorded my last video, which was my first daily journal book. That's kind of what the cover looks like. It's from 2011, and it's on my channel if you're interested. It's crazy how much just my whole style of doing these books has changed. This day my husband and I went out to lunch together, and it was so much fun. We went to one of my favorite places, this little deli, and we had lunch and just kind of sat there and hung around, and it was fun. I love having lunch out during the week. And it's especially fun if I can get to go to a really cool place. Some really great friends of mine got married, and I just did this little kind of collage of all the stuff I have. These are they had a photo booth, so these are my little photo booth pictures, and I stuck them in. This is just like a little card pocket. I think I've showed you guys these before. This is part of their invitation that has the address and all the information. This is from the program. These were from our little table assignment things. This was from the program as well. This is just a napkin that they had out on the tables. So it was a beautiful wedding and a really fun day. I enjoyed it a lot. This is a picture of my little tootsies on a heating pad because oh my goodness, I wore heels at the wedding and I danced and just walked all over town after the wedding, during the wedding, all day. And so my little feet were killing me. I have major problems with my feet anyway. My feet are both flat. I've had 2 surgeries on one foot, so my feet were pretty much through. So I put them on the heating pad and just kind of relaxed, and it helped a lot. The next day they were much better. This was just a rainy day, which I love rainy days. They're my favorite. So I just drew raindrops and just kind of wrote a little quick summary there. Made spaghetti and meatballs for dinner. It was very good. And my husband and I went out to see an advanced screening of a new movie called War Dogs with Jonah Hill and Bradley Cooper. And it was good. We enjoyed it. I had never heard of it, never heard anything about it, but it was a good movie. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Okay. This is just, I did a little watercolor rose here. I think that's watercolor pencil, actually. But we had dinner with some really great friends of ours at one of my favorite places to eat called Four Roses. So I drew a rose and talked about our fun dinner. This is super tall weeds and super tall grass. My husband finally mowed the lawn this day. We've been honestly so busy. It was this night actually. We had plans this night too. We were out every single night this week. This was last week, and I finally was like, we're gonna have to cancel. It was Thursday. I was like, we have to cancel the plans we have tonight. We can't do it. I mean, the lawn has to be mowed, and I have to get groceries and do laundry. So we have stuff we got stuff we have to do at our house. So we had to cancel our plans. And this is just I actually picked up some photo prints that I had printed at Walgreens. To use in my art journal. I do have my little, it's like the little Polaroid kind of, I don't know, Pogo I guess it's called, that prints the little small photos, which is great. I love it. I use it all the time, but I wanted some larger photos as well to use in my art journal, so I picked those up. And this is just like the little kind of little reference thing they give you with your orders, so I put that there. This is from this past Friday. My husband and I went to the Alamo again. I swear we're there all the time. But they show such great movies and have such great events. We went to see Jaws, which is not exactly my bag, but it's one of my husband's all-time favorite movies. So he was so excited. And we had a great time. So I just drew the big scary shark. And I think that's it. That's all I got so far. But that's pretty up to date because this was Friday and today's Sunday, so I'm only a little bit behind, which is pretty good for me. Okay, one other thing I want to show you. In one of my last videos, I showed you guys this new journal that I got, this really pretty leather, it's actually kind of a journal case, I guess, because it's refillable. It had that long, well, here it is right here actually, it had this really long kind of closure, leather closure, and it had this this little tree attached to it, and I talked about how it was really annoying. It was too long. I had to do something else. So I cut this off. I cut the the leather string off, and I just tied it off in a knot and kind of left the ends, which has worked out just fine. This had a different little charm up here, and then this tree was actually on the long piece, but I liked the tree much better, so I just took the round circular one off and put the tree here. And for now, I'm trying to figure out a really good way to close this, but for now I'm using a large rubber band to keep it closed. What I would like to do in a perfect world is figure out a way to like maybe do magnets in here so that when you shut it, it holds itself closed. But I may use this leather cord that I cut off of here to make some kind of elastic type of closure to go this way or something. I'm not really sure yet, but I had to get rid of this because it was driving me nuts. If you're interested, let me show you. I think I flipped through this quickly before, but I've definitely added some more stuff. Let's see. Oops. Some dodgy glue there. Things are coming up. I think all this was already here, but now we might be into some new stuff. This is, I was doing, I think 60-second, yeah, it says 60-second gesture drawings from a photo reference site. And this was 60-second animal gesture drawings. Practicing making faces out of different shapes, so square, rectangle. This was actually a triangle, oval, circle, so it was kind of fun. And that's it. That's all I got in here so far, but anyway, just wanted to kind of show you where this was at, since I was complaining so much about it last time. I still love it though. It's really nice. I think that's it for me for this week. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that your week has been amazing. And thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again soon.